morning guys. By the time this video comes up we will be 29 weeks pregnant, and I wanted to put this video up like a kind of recap on the scan we had last week, because like I said, and like every other person that's on the opening shift of their work always tells people how early they were up. I was up pretty early, and by the time we'd done the filming on Wednesday, I really can't remember much what I said and what we were talking about. I came back in thinking that I didn't really sound excited or said anything that I wanted to say. I had all this stuff planned in my head to say, and my mind went completely blank. So this is kind of like a recap video on the things that I remembered that I wanted to say after the scan, just to kind of give myself clarity and give myself peace of mind of that I actually said what I wanted to and showed my excitement, my happiness towards what we just witnessed and what we just seen. So as you can tell, I'm outside. Summer's finally came here and it's really hitting hard, so I have to be outside sunbathing like 9-10 in the morning, so you might literally see my skin burning in front of your eyes. So one of the things I wanted to say that I completely forgot about was when we started the scan and it went from like 2D into 3D, and the person, I don't know if you call it wife or midwife or scanning person, and she was putting the scan over Mary's tummy, and she was like, oh yes, here's such and such, and here's this and here's that, and I literally had no idea what I was looking at or what I was looking for, and I couldn't make arse or tail of anything, and I was looking at it on a smaller scale. I was looking for something so tiny, when in matter of fact it was something really big. It was the full size of the screen, and I must have sat for like, what, 2 or 3 minutes looking at the screen, wondering or pretending I could actually understand what I was looking at and what I was seeing. And it wasn't until I finally asked Mario if she understood what she was looking at or if it was just me, and then it finally comes into scope and your eyes and your brain realise what you're actually looking at, and you can actually see your little boy, you actually see your son's little face right in front of you. And that's all your imagination and everything that you've been thinking about the past 29 weeks is becoming a reality, and you actually put a face to that little boy, and you start thinking to the future, and you can start visualising actually everything that you're going to be doing, because you can actually see his little face. And it's like, the technology these days is insane. And I know a lot of people, me included, don't really want to submit ourselves to all this technology, and we want to try and live a normal life as possible, but technology like that is insane. It's so breathtaking. The thing that you can see your little baby, your little son, what, 12 weeks before you're actually going to meet him. It's crazy. And like Mary said the other day, if anyone is like thinking about doing these 3D scans or 4D scans, definitely do it, because it just brings so much happiness to you and brings you closer together and just lets you visualise the future even more. The reason I keep saying 3D or 4D scan is because when we got it, it said 4D, but I'm pretty sure that it was 3D, and it could just be me, I just don't understand the difference between 3D and 4D. So I'll probably just keep saying 3D for the point of this video. So as we said in the actual scan video that we put up, we actually had to go in twice. So we booked in for 4 o'clock, and it was a half-hour appointment, and the week leading up to the actual appointment, he'd been so active, and he's been moving like every hour or two, and it was such an improvement on the week before. So we're quite hopeful going into this that we're actually going to get a lot of nice pictures, a lot of nice movements and videos, and as soon as we were in, there was nothing. But there's little minutes that we did manage to see him, like, it lasted an eternity, just watching him and seeing his little movements, and it's just insane to see to see your little boy inside the womb still. I just, every time we go to these scans, I always forget it's a live feed. I always think it's just like a picture. So when you see his little hands like clasping and turning and scratching his face, or his little mouth moving, it's just so surreal. You know, like I said, I always think it's just a photo, so when you sit and watching him live, moving, you think he's actually there, he's actually living this with us. It's just so cool. It's just, like, I can't get my head around it. There's one thing that we always do when we're on these scans, and I think I know the reason for it, is we never seem to be, we never look as if we're close or we're together. We always sit, like Mary always sits with our hands across or clasped, and I always sit with my hands like this. And I think it's because we don't really want to show an affection or show an emotion in front of people that we don't know. Especially people that you're only meeting for about half an hour. I think it's going to be so weird on the actual birthday, because I know I'm going to be an emotional wreck. And I don't know how I'm going to bring this out in front of people that I don't know. And I think there's only one scan we've had that we've actually held hands and like interacted with each other. Whereas every time we go, we always just seem to, we always look like we're always involved in it ourselves, so we're just watching it and so concentrated on what we're looking at. So I think I need to try and get over this. Try and get over what other people are going to see, what other people are going to think. So when I eventually did start playing to the camera and realising what he was getting done and realising that we were going to be watching him, he did turn around, and albeit his hands were still up here, protecting himself. Could be that he's just comfortable, or he's running out of space in the womb, or we're just so loud and our music's too loud and he just doesn't want to listen to it. But when he did show his little face, like all his little features, and I was just like, you're looking at it going, that's my little boy. That's my little son, that's something we've made together as part of us. And there was only, for me anyway, there was only one part of him that looked like you could take from one of us, and it was his brow. I know the sun's in my eyes now, but I always have this brow that looks angry, and so his little face was all scrunched up. It's just, I can't wait to meet him now and actually look at the pictures of him, what he's lying like in the womb, to see if he's going to lie like that in real life, if he's going to keep up that little position, especially with his little feet crossed as well, to see if that's how he is. Well, the other feature as well, she managed to take a picture of his foot, the measurement, and looking at that foot, that is Mary's foot. And I know Mary said in the last video the two of us don't have exactly the model potential feet, but that was Mary's foot. His big toe was smaller than the rest and a little round out on the top. That was Mary's feet. And I'm kind of glad, because my feet are horrible due to football and injuries and stuff, and I'm glad he didn't pick up on any of that. One of the coolest things that we've seen, and every time you go to these scans, they always miss the things that you as a couple want to keep and want to see. And it was on the 2D scan, and you could see him open his mouth and like suckling, and he was like literally drinking. And she turned around and she saw it and she said, "Oh yes, he's drinking the fluid," but she never recorded it. And I think that'd have been so cool to actually show to everyone that these are what babies do in the womb. Because I know most people don't believe it, and if they don't see it, they won't believe anything you say. But we managed to get this video of him yawning, so we can still show it and say what he's been up to in there. And just to see him yawning, his little hands clenching, his little fingers, and it's just, the words can't describe it. And if I could go back tomorrow and do the scan again, I would. I'd pay anything just to keep seeing him. It's going to be the last time I see him on computer. The next time I see him is going to be on the day, and we'll actually have him in our hands. So we've just under 11 weeks to go, and I know they're going to fly, and this pregnancy, probably not for Mary, but this pregnancy for me has been really quick. And to think back, I remember like yesterday being told that we were pregnant and expecting, so the next 11 weeks are going to fly in. And and we've just started the last trimester, and MHAIRI is struggling with hay fever, and because she's sneezing and coughing a lot because of the hay fever, she's been sick more, but yeah, I just can only do what I can to try and help her. Something else that we touched on in the last video, I know it's just the first reactions and I know it's just the camera and the angle he was, but that first picture we've seen with his little nose and it was all crushed up and his nose looked bigger on his face, and we know that that's not going to be the case. We know he's going to have a little cute button nose, but it's just that first instance, the first reaction from the two and the two looked at each other and didn't need to say anything. We both thought the same thing, but we know it's not true. It's just the way the camera is and the way he's lying inside the room. And again, I said this last time, if you do watch these in the future, I'm so sorry. It was so funny. It was so funny just to think, oh god, he's got a massive nose, but we know he's not. You can tell from the other angles and there's certain other pictures he's got a little cute nose. So if you are watching this, I'm really sorry, but it was pretty funny. We've got the final 11 weeks to go. This is when I'm going to support MHAIRI the most, because this is, I've read that it's going to be the hardest period of the pregnancy. I'm going to need to support her the most I can, help her out in any way possible, keep her comfortable, keep her relaxed, keep focused on what the next 11 weeks is going to bring, what's going to be the end of it, and then we'll finally get to meet our little man. So I guarantee there's going to be a lot more videos from now until that day. There's going to be a lot more changes, a lot more different thoughts, and a lot more views and what way we're going to take the pregnancy. Like, you know, we're looking at hypnobirths and water births and all different types of things, and we've got the parenting classes to go to. So there's going to be a lot more videos coming up in the future, the next few weeks. Also, we've got a lot more stuff to try and prepare and to buy. I know we still haven't made a decision on the pram yet, but we have to go shopping for them. We'll do baby hauls as well. If anyone out there is considering doing one of these paid scans, the echoes, if you get any questions, please contact us. Like, we're more than happy to come, like, suggest things and talk to people and see what the best option is from our experiences. Also, if you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're enjoying the channel so far, please subscribe if you haven't already, and then we'll see you again next time. Thanks again for watching. I'm back inside now. I've had enough sun, feeling pretty sick now, and I was saying I was editing the video from the 3D scan or the 4D scan, still don't know what it is, and putting it all together and piecing it together, the music and the pictures and stuff. And I was saying outside that I know I'm going to be an emotional wreck, and placing all this together and all this footage and watching me and MHAIRI together and seeing the connection that we've got, that everyone keeps saying, but seeing that and with the footage we had from the scans and the music I've picked, and I could feel myself getting emotional and bubbling up, and it was the first time feeling that unconditional love for your child and for your partner and for MHAIRI, and watching it back and you think that actually is our little child, that's our son, that's something we've made together, we're going to guide for his life and protect and show the world. And that's probably the first time I can understand when people say about their undying love for your children. It's probably the first time, it won't be the last time, I know, but just putting that together just means something so much more now. Like, it's editing this video, and it just makes my thoughts 100% even more clearer that on the day of the child, on the day of the birth, I'm going to be a wreck. I'm going to need to learn how to talk and not be an ugly crier. It's going to be a mess. But that feeling of just seeing everything strung together and all your thoughts and realising what we've achieved together and what we're bringing into this earth, or who was bringing into this earth, it's just amazing. It's just, I never thought I'd feel this way.